Our story kicks off with Natsuki and our adorable robot girl ATRI heading to school. Now, you might be thinking, school? Boring. But oh boy, are you in for a surprise? ATRI's bouncing along, all excited for her first day of school, chattering away about how she's going to make friends and learn all sorts of new things. It's so cute, you guys. Meanwhile, Natsuki's got this weird feeling in the pit of his stomach. You know that feeling when you just know something's not quite right? Yeah, that's our boy Natsuki right now. And let me tell you, his instincts are spot on. As they're walking, ATRI's going on about how she's going to be Natsuki's leg. I know, sounds weird, right? But it's actually super sweet. She's all about helping Natsuki out, even if she doesn't quite understand how. It's like watching a puppy trying to help its owner. Adorable, but maybe not always helpful. So, they're getting closer to the school, and that's when things start to get really wild. They reach this point where they need to cross to get to the school, and guess what? The whole place is underwater. I'm not talking a little puddle here and there. No, sir. It's like someone decided to build Atlantis Jr. right in the middle of their town. Can you imagine? You're all set for school with your backpack and lunch, and suddenly you need scuba gear. But our dynamic duo isn't about to let a lot of water stop them. Nope. They're determined to get to class. So they start looking for a way across, and that's when things get even crazier. Out of nowhere, these kids show up and start calling Natsuki a hitman. I nearly fell off my chair laughing at this part. Poor Natsuki's just trying to go to school, and suddenly he's James Bond. The kids are all scared, thinking he's got some sort of rifle hidden in his cane. It's hilarious and kind of adorable how their imaginations run wild. After that hilarious misunderstanding, which, by the way, ATRI doesn't help with at all, she's too busy playing along, they finally make it inside the school. But guys, it's not what they expected at all. The place is like a ghost town. Empty classrooms everywhere, no students in sight. It's eerie, I'm telling you. It's like walking into a parallel universe where everyone just vanished. Now, here's where things get really interesting. They find out the teacher is, drumroll please, Minamo. Yeah, that Minamo. And she's not just teaching one subject. She's teaching everything. Japanese, math, science, social studies. You name it, she's teaching it. Talk about a super teacher. It's like she's single-handedly keeping this school running. You've got to admire her dedication, right? But hold up, because it's not all fun and games. As Natsuki looks around, he starts to see the harsh reality of life for the folks who stayed in town. It's pretty heartbreaking stuff, guys. The school's barely functioning, there's no electricity, and they can only have classes while it's light out. It's like they're stuck in the past while the rest of the world moves on. You can see it in Natsuki's face. He's realizing just how tough things have been for everyone here. Things get pretty intense when Ryu-chan calls Natsuki out for leaving town to study at the academy. Whew boy, talk about tension. You could cut it with a knife. Ryu-chan's all fired up, talking about how Natsuki abandoned them, how he doesn't understand their struggles. And Natsuki?
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
He's trying to defend himself, saying he wanted to be useful, to learn things that could help. But you can tell, deep down, he's feeling guilty. It's like watching a family argument at Thanksgiving dinner. Uncomfortable, but you can't look away. Can't. Later on, we see ATRI trying to cheer up Natsuki by cooking dinner. Oh man, this scene had me in stitches. Picture this: a robot, covered head to toe in food, proudly presenting a disaster of a meal. It's hilarious and kinda adorable at the same time. And the way ATRI tries to explain it away? Priceless! She starts spinning this wild tale about being a secret battle robot and how that's why she can't cook. I was laughing so hard I nearly choked on my drink. But wait, there's more. Just when you think the day's winding down, Natsuki and ATRI end up back at the school at night. And let me tell you, things get a little spooky. They see this weird light and decide to investigate. Because of course they do. That's when they find Ririka living there with some other kids. Turns out their homes got swallowed by the ocean. Talk about a gut punch, right? It really hits home how bad things have gotten in this town. We get this really touching scene where Ririka's trying to study by candlelight, reading a book about electricity. It's heartbreaking and inspiring at the same time. Here's this kid living in a flooded school, but she's still trying to learn, still hoping to make things better. It really gets you right in the feels, you know? The episode wraps up with Natsuki getting all sciencey, trying to figure out how to bring electricity back to the island. He's got these big ideas about wind power and ocean energy. It's like watching a light bulb go off over his head. You can practically see the gears turning in his brain. And ATRI, she's right there with him, ready to help however she can. Even if that means turning into a human, well, robot windmill. And guys, can we talk about ATRI for a second? Throughout all of this, she's just so earnest and eager to help. Whether she's trying to cook or turning a windmill, she's giving it her all. It's impossible not to root for her. She might not always get things right, but her heart's in the right place. Plus, her little quips about being high performance crack me up every time. So, there you have it, folks. A wild ride from start to finish. If this episode is anything to go by, we're in for one heck of a series. I don't know about you, but I'm counting down the days until the next episode. Will Natsuki figure out how to bring electricity back? Will Ruchan and Natsuki patch things up? And will ATRI ever master the art of cooking without turning the kitchen into a disaster zone?
To what